today. Today, this is 2nd of August 2024. We are here to react to some of the informations and go through this news from, international news like ORB International. So let's hear what they said about Biafra. In fact, PM shared this and he said that people should read it. I would like to read it before we go through other things that we have to share on this program. So as you join us, I expect you to like the broadcast. Please click on the like button, and that's the only way you can support us. And another way is super chat, but this one is the most important thing. Liking the video, you actually try, share the important things about the video by clicking on the like button, so that you can call other people to join us and support us anywhere you can. As you can see here, we are going to go through this. One of the things that I love about this news media is that they don't hide, any information or trying to be political correct. They will tell you the way it is. So this by Bridget Dubos, senior researcher analyst. Okay, as we can see here, senior researcher. He said, why attending a recent screening of documentary In the Shadow of Biafra at King's College London, a debate occurred about the impact of the Nigerian Biafran war on the current event in Nigeria. The documentary portrays the Nigerian Biafra war in the late 1960s, okay, through the lens of Nigerian writer, showcasing how perceptions of the war very depending on the generation. However, some audience members were concerned that the documentary only looked at Biafran's struggle for independence through a historical lens, and thus firmly confined it to the past instead of highlighting the continued fight of many Biafran for an independent state. Currently, the Biafran Republic Government in Exile, BRGE, is holding a self-referendum to authorize the Biafran Republic peacefully. The first round of voting started in February 2024 and was completed on May 30th, 2024. This will be followed by 2 consecutive rounds of voting, commencing later this month and later until November 2024. After the commencement of the first round of the voting, the Prime Minister of Biafran Government in Exile, Simon Ekpa, said that over 30 million Biafrans voted in the self-referendum, which surpassed the number of voters in the 2023 Nigerian presidential election. Ekpa also announced that the restoration of the independent state of Biafra would take place following the completion of the 3rd round of voting in the autumn. Biafra's recent attempt to establish their own independent nation could be written off by some as fault since the Biafran was resuscitated in Nigeria over 50 years ago. But this desperation to succeed from Nigerian is only increasing, which is true. It has increased, massively. People from south are now picking the interest. Okay, why do Biafra? This question. This is just why do Biafrans want independence now? According to Ekpa, the Biafran self-referendum is justified given the marginalization faced by many Biafrans living in the southeastern region of Nigeria, and the effectiveness of the national government in solving this issue. This statement is backed by ORB Internationals, most recent public opinion poll in Nigeria, Nigerians in the Southeast and South-South region are mostly likely to perceive the national government as ineffective compared to other regions. So, meaning that, like, I started by telling you that one thing I like by this news platform called ORB International, they don't report because others do. They have their people to do research and go through informations to know what people are saying about, what is going on about the whole thing. You understand? And that is why one thing I love about them, and like they said, that let me take it again, that this, look at it here, this statement is backed by ORB, all right, International's most recent public opinion poll in Nigeria. Nigerians in the South-South, in the Southeast and South-South regions are mostly likely to perceive the national government, that's the federal government of Nigeria, as ineffective to compare to other regions. You understand? So the Southeast and South-South region were the location of the historical homeland of Igbo people who formed the core of the secessionist Republic of Biafra, and a high concentration of Biafrans continue to live in this region, despite Igbo being the third largest ethnic group in Nigeria. There has yet to be an Igbo president since the end of the war in 1970s, leading to a feeling of marginalization among the Igbos. Beyond ethnic marginalization, Biafran government in Israel has incited increasing threats of insecurity as a justification of the self-referendum. ORB data found that responded in the Southeast region are unsafe in their communities compared to other respondents. While insecurity issues like kidnapping, killing, and the destruction of properties have plagued the southeastern region of Nigeria for years, the level of violence caused by militants and terrorists continue to increase. The national government, that's federal government. When you see national government, they're talking about federal government. The national government has been unable to combat the increased violence in the region. This increase of threats of violence, coupled with the ethnic marginalization of the Igbo people living in this region, could be a current trigger for why Biafrans want to succeed from Nigeria. Then when you come down here, there's another thing they asked: response of the national government. That is what Nigerian government, how they respond to this demand or request from Biafrans. And here he said, why the Nigerian national government has not commented on the Biafran self-referendum in January 2024, Abuja reaffirmed its opposition to any separatist activities, with citing the one China policy. The policy refers to China's position that there is only one Chinese government, whereas Taiwan is a province of China rather than a separate continent and government. Okay, although the government did not link its opposition to Taiwan's separatist movement with the Biafran self-referendum, I was wondering when did they make that, but since you have cleared it, okay. Several Nigerian social media users discussed the link between the two separate movements. Based on this, it is unlikely the Nigerian government will support the results of the self-referendum and subsequent restoration of the independent state of Biafra. Given this data, it is unclear whether the Nigerian government's response to the result of this self-referendum will be through political statement or escalate a military confrontation, which they have started already. Therefore, it will be important to keep an eye on Biafran over the coming months. So now I know what at least they gave me. I understand something now, which I have never thought of it, because it is true that Nigerian government have never ever responded to Biafran self-referendum. That is not the fact. They have not. They are in their response. The only response they have decided to give is by sending military in different land to a kind of to show their strength, right? But somehow it's not what you feel, but what you receive. You understand? We determine how you are welcomed in Biafran land. The Biafran government in exile know this, that they're going to respond either by Nigerians don't respond only by statements. As long as it has to do with Igbo people or Biafrans, that is when you know that they have a number of army to do one or two things for them. So that is what it is. So meaning that the military that we are seeing in our land today could be a way of responding to the self-referendum, like what this news platform have said, that this is a way of responding to that. And to support what we have just seen, what we have read for you, what I just read that for you from this is this OR? Let me not give the name. The name is ORB International. That's the name of the platform. So here is Vice President of not president, because he was vice to P2B. Had it been that P2, the other people to rule, this guy would have been the vice president of Nigeria at the moment. Dr. Yusuf Dati Babari, which in the past he have reacted nonsense about PM, and today PM shared a post that he made. I don't follow him. I managed to see this because PM shared it. So the government, look at this. He said this, and when did he make this post? If I may ask. Okay, this is just yesterday, 1st of August 2024. Okay, yesterday. The government sent soldiers to the wrong states. Now look at what is happening in the north. This explains how the southerners and the southeast and how southeasterners are treated in this country. Wait, you just follow up, because I don't want to make it look like. Just pay attention here. The government sent, that is not federal government, sent soldiers to wrong states. Now look at what is happening in the north. This explains how the southerners and the south, meaning southwest or south and all that, and southeast are treated in this country. Now PM says something here. Let's open it. Today, everything you are doing against has turned to blessing. We now know how to fight against your terrorist Nigerian Army Police. Only one day of experience and you are crying. We have been terrorized by years. We have been terrorized for years, sorry. We were killed, butchered, and burned by this terrorist group called, you can see it, army and this. So until now that we are fighting back, please try to finish your 10 days protest. Meaning that this guy is reacting and responding to this protest that they just started yesterday. And, military, buying many people in the north. I was told in Borno State recorded, is it 9 or 19 people? They required yesterday, and some other places, and today, and it's going to continue. Imagine what happened yesterday happened 10 days. People have started just yesterday, tweeting that it is no longer end bad government, but it's end Tinubu's government. Meaning the anger will grow to that extent. The anger will grow to that extent. And remember, Igbos are not protesting. When you see an Igbo man in Lagos State protesting or calling for, saying that he's here to protest and all that, one thing is for sure. One, it could be that that stage managed video, or that person is, because we can never ever cure a flavus in our land just in a twinkle of an eye. It's not possible. Something must happen to yield something. You understand? So whenever you see some of the, in case you see anybody, I'm going to share with you the guy who managed to appear somewhere in Lagos claiming that he's an Igbo, even though they did not, like PM said, they did not even ask him his name. He quickly said that my name is Chicho. These are stage managed interview, just to tell you that Igbos are protesting. But one thing we need to understand is that the focus in our land. If you are protesting for just to end the bad government in Nigeria and all that, it's your choice. You can do that in Nigerian territory. Not, that's what Biafrans asked. That's the stand of Biafra. Biafra government in Nigeria have made it clear. You don't do that. Like somebody asked PM in the Twitter space yesterday night, and he asked PM if the people decided to, because I know why the guy asked the question, but let me just go to the question first before I tell you why he asked the question. The caller asked PM if Northerners that lives in our land and maybe the southwest and anybody, if they decide to march and protest in Biafran land, what are we going to do? And PM said, there's a way he put it, like he said, share the craze me. It kind of, are they okay? Something like that. Share the craze me, something like that. And that's the thing I was laughing when I was watching. That's PM the PM so share the craze me. So PM made it clear that Biafrans are the only people in Nigeria that have government in Nigeria, that have de facto government in homeland, that have their own security, their own army, their own cabinet members. Everything is there. The only thing is just to defend border. Self-referendum have been cut. So nobody will come out and tell you, you are not, we are not for Biafra and all that. You will see that people may do that, but the majority have carried the vote. That is why we don't often hear politicians telling you this Imo State is not Biafra. When last did you hear that? This is to tell you that they have seen the no. The vote itself is very, very transparent. So this is the guy that they use today to they kind of show one or two blackmail, but it doesn't matter. You can do that. I'm happy that he's doing that in Lagos. So if they buy you or anything happen to you, don't expect Igbos to come out and fight for you. Okay? Because I know some of you will be moving with the food chairs that the Biafran government told us if anything happened to me that they're gonna burn down Lagos. No, that's not what it means. It simply means that if you are still staying at home and they decided to come after you, that is the issue. But not when you bring yourself out to do propaganda. You'll be expecting people to cry for you. No. Because if you have eye problem, you don't have an ear problem. If you have ear and eye problem, you have a relative that will explain it to you in a better way that you will understand. So you don't, not when you hear all those things and you ignore it and you expect people to start, defending you. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So now, PM said this: listening to a hired idiot calling his name when no one asks him, you can see it is staged. A hired Afonja saying he is Chijoke. Now let's listen to this guy. Okay, so you know why PM is not happy with the video. Listen, not only PM, including me myself, I'm not okay with it. Now,
did you join any group or you just decided to? Are you doing something? No, alone. I'm ready from Festa, from my two. I'm coming from Festa. My son at 13 is the program. I can't even buy data for him to learn more.
Now, before we go further, I want you to pay. Wait. I want you to pay attention to the first question of this guy that interviewed this one. He asked him, "Did you join any group a kind of to know where he stands, because he already know that he's an Igbo. Then the question is, how did he know he's an Igbo if you did not stage manage this video? Because when you ask the person, when this guy asked him, where did you start? Where did you join any group and all that? It simply means he want to find out what these guys are to do. A kind of to tell people that, oh, Igbo man is joining the protest and all that. Nobody's gonna stop you from joining the protest in Abuja, in Lagos, in Kaduna, and whatever. But when things happen to you, just remain there, okay? Just remain as a manure to plant in the north and in the west, because that is what you made yourself to be. Hear this guy again.
So, did you join any group or you just decided to? Are you doing this or not? No,
he said, did you join any group or you just decided to? So imagine if as a journalist, you are interviewing people, you just stumble on one, you just meet somebody from one of the protesters. The first thing you should ask the person is, did you join any group? So how many group is in the protest? This is to tell you that he wants to link him to something that people have known that is not, Igbos are not involved in, did not join anything about at all. I am here to see Charlie Boy, and the people like him that have been shouting. I saw a post that somebody made about, I don't know if that is true, that they asked Rude Boy, P Square Rude Boy, his take on the protest, as he's going to protest. He said that anything about protest or anything that he's not interested in anymore, that he gave his voice during the past election, and he's not going to do another one. That is when reality hit you, you will know where you stand. Now let's continue.
From my two, I'm coming from Festa. My son at 13 is the program. I can't even buy data for him to learn more. I can't even pay for the tuition fee, millions of naira. At 13, he can program game. School of Benjamin is his name. My name is Uncle Benjamin Chidoki. So I rather die on the street than die at home. I can't sit down and watch the future of my son go to waste. I may not have safety again in Nigeria, but my son future will not waste. So did you?
That his son is a programmer, that he can't even afford anything to help his son. So and by affording something, you need to protest. Okay. You don't know how to channel your problem. You don't know how to fight. If you are an Igbo, because we don't even know if you are, because that the fact that he mentioned Chidok does not mean there is an Igbo. He may be a Oduduwa person, decided to, because they are not comfortable that Igbos are not protesting. That's not the fact. They don't take it lightly at all. Now, okay, let me flip the camera, because why I will not be going through straight to the post here, because you may jam where they color people, because a lot is going on in Nigeria. So I don't want to show images or any graphic images. I don't want it on this video. So let's be careful how we move our camera. Okay, let me greet some of you that have made a comment. I will start from Excellence Wachuku. Tutuoma to you, my brother. And OBS, I see you. You say hit like button. Okay, and some people have not done that, to be honest. And we have only, how many likes? 5. My goodness, 5 people. 5 people out of 60-something watching. 5 people. Okay. Please like the video. Okay, just to remind, I'm not mandating you. It is your choice. If you want to like, you like. If you don't want to, no problem. Then Tony Wobodo. Hey, good morning. Here watching. I greet you, Tony. I greet you, Benjamin Macafence. I see you. Good morning from here. Good morning to you, John Uchenna. I see you. Good morning, bro. Kai Report. Thank you so much, guys, and I appreciate you. Please like the video. Click on the like button. I am not forcing you. I'm not saying you must. That you, if you don't like the video, something will happen to you. I'm just begging you to like the video. Okay. So it's your choice. If you want to help us, you can support us on that. And Godwin Ezekiel, good morning, bro. Hope you are fine. Very, very fine. God is good. So, like I told you, many of them, they're not happy with for the fact that Igbos are not protesting. That is a very big problem to them. Here is a post, and PM said, I love the reaction from PM. He said, you get the point. You get the point. Now let's go to Casey. Casey said, I am sick and tired of hearing no single protest in Southeast, no venue for the protest, no single Igbo is protesting in the Southeast. What happened to the Yorubas in the Southeast? I be no single Yoruba, no single Yoruba, the Southeast. Can they come out and protest? Are they not Nigerians too? Okay. My response to this guy is very, very simple. Very, very simple. Simple, but it may sound somehow to some of you. Let's just be honest. Okay. Can we be real for once? Protesting about what? We have been sitting at home. Since you want betterment of everybody in 9jeria, right? We have been sitting at home as Southeasterners, as reference, since 3 years now. 3 years. Every Monday sit at home and some additional sit at home. You really think that Igbos and Biafrans are sitting at home because we love it, we are lazy, right? Why don't you join us when we're protesting on our own? We protest that Mazam Kano will be released. Why don't you join? You don't care to join. I'm not saying that Yorubas don't join. Some Yorubas are happy with what is going on now. Like I always say, it is more of individual than personal decision. But when people come out in mass and saying one thing, all of them are sounding the same, then that become a problem. It's not as if we see every Yoruba person as a problem, as a threat. No. I cannot associate myself with that kind of mentality. But I have to tell you the truth that we understand that you guys are hungry. You just started, this hunger that you are protesting just started 1 year now, or just 3 months. We have been living in that hunger for years. And most of you that are not living in politics have been mocking us. If some of you Biafrans that are watching this program, some of you have encountered or have engaged yourself maybe with another people from Southwest or even some parts in the South Side that are not Biafrans. Okay, the argument they often give is this: they were bragging that you cannot rule this. Nigerians belong to people. The Igbos cannot rule. Never, no. Igbos cannot. Igbo man cannot rule. So it's a norm. It is normal to you guys. When P2B came out, that he want to be president and all that, some of us told him not to contest, not because he's more evil than others, but we know what it will result. And people like Casey here, I don't know what is Casey. Casey, I thought it's Kelechuku. It should be the Casey. Does Yoruba have do they have a name that gives the same meaning with Casey? Someone should, because him answering Casey. Okay, I don't know. Maybe they have a name similar to Casey that I used to know, because I know that Kelechuku, Kenenna, Ekene, something like that. That is people that are called Casey, and these are Igbo names. Anyway, I'm just saying this is my own observation. So when we are protesting all this, why you didn't do it, you have not even asked yourself why Yorubas are not protesting. We have not asked Igbos or mandate Igbos living in your land to protest. When we try to do that, you guys came out and gave a warning that nobody should try that here. Even though we said PM have begged Igbos traders in Lagos, join protest every Monday at home in Lagos. Out of your own order and threat, that they are going to, loot and destroy their shops if they dare to do that. They refuse to come out. They refuse to honor that request from the federal government in exile. We can decide, okay, since we are sitting at home, listen, nobody said Lagos government should not open on Monday. We said, Igbos living private business owners in Lagos, can you help us join in sit at home to observe sit at home every Monday? Yorubas came out and was very, very angry about it. They said, if you try it not in our land, if they not try it, don't try it. Out of fear, our people succumbed. They did not protest. They did not join. Every Monday they're doing their business in Lagos. And it's okay. for peace to learn, to them, because we know they are doing their business in your land, and you have much power in your land because this is your land. That's one thing I love about Igbo people, about our Biafran, because we will give you your respect. We want you to also replicate the same thing on us. And some of you don't, some of you don't like it. You feel that is a taboo when you give that chance, okay, to Igbo people to observe at home in your state, in Ogun State, in Oyo State, in Kwara State, in just all the states in Southwest, in Ibadan, those mega cities. You guys said no. A king came out and said that the way they're burning Igbo people's business in Lagos is alarming. That we must not rely on Nigerian security force. This is a trader in Lagos, not an agitator, saying that okay, we may approach ESN and beg them to start guiding our market, not start taking your state, not to start destroying your market, not to start going after indigenous Yorubas in their land, to guide their market. Which I myself, I was very angry to the man when he made that statement, because that's just like insulting Biafrans by calling them jobless and giving them get man job and all that. That's what he's trying to say. Because even in that statement, he said that that they are jobless, that we can give them job to guide our market. That the man was saying that out of anger, because he has witnessed destruction of businesses of Igbo that belong to Igbo people in Yoruba land, and it was not funny. He was trying to find the solution to the problem, because police and army and what have you couldn't do much to stop Agboru in Lagos, those Omonile, from looting and setting up shops ablaze. Little did he know that those guys were acting in order of state government. The governor was the one engineering people his stout to go after Igbo businesses, to loot and to destroy, which they have done and are still doing. When it gets to when they started doing that, people were like, okay, maybe government are going to do something. They're going to do something. Then after the election, or whatever they call him, couldn't hide his secret business with Tout Agboru anymore. He decided to come out by himself to use government power to do the remaining job, and he had been doing that for years, for months. Sorry, okay, and nobody said, okay, Igbos in Lagos, come out and protest against Lagos state government, because we are law-abiding, race. No other tribe in Nigeria are I can challenge anybody. We are law-abiding citizens, or not citizens, nations in Nigeria, than any other nation that make up Nigeria. Is a known fact. If you want, maybe you don't want to believe it, but after calling concern, that is what it is. If you ask me, I will tell you. Nigerian constitution said that everywhere belongs to Nigeria, right? Who among all of us who move from place to place to start a legit business, not to beg for Ruga, Igbos, among all the ethnic groups who goes to other places not only to rent house but buy land and build residential home that is more conducive than the people that don't know of the land. Igbos are ready. They build 3-story buildings in your land, which you can't even build 2-bedroom flat. It's not as if you don't have money. You do. For example, we have in angle of celebrities. We have let me mention just a few. We have P Square. We have somehow, maybe, let me say, Davido. We have who again? Tekino. We have from Igbo, Tekino, okay? We have who again? Let me say, what name of the one that called Daniel? Is it Daniel? The one that what is the name of that he what is, I want to know one of the hit track. one of his hit track, something that he's a Yoruba guy. Okay, what is the name of that guy? I forgot his name. I love his song. He's a very good, well-talented guy, a Yoruba guy, one of the musicians, Kings Daniel. I love him so much. He's a very good singer. I love that guy and Davido, for example. They don't have one room in all the states, on all the states in Southeast, not even in Delta, not even in River State. Now, they don't have any business there, nothing. The only business that they don't have is Choma in the Southeast. Now, compare it with P Square. P Square don't have anything in his house in the East to compare the one in Lagos. He don't have anything in other part of Igbo land, nothing. Two of them, the two twin brother, they don't have anything. Tekino don't have more, but all of them have house in Lagos. Then they come to business and politicians. All the politicians have something doing in Lagos. You may say Lagos is a popular place. Okay, let's move to another place in Abuja. You may say Abuja is in Kano, in Kaduna. These people have houses and bases there. How many of them have in Southeast? And they will turn around to tell you that the Southeast is not developed. Okay, it's not developed, fine. Who is responsible for that? I mean, who are you waiting to develop Southeast? I thought you say you is the government, and who is the government? You guys are the government. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for the clarification. But do I have because I was wondering how come the name is like that. Okay, thank you for that. So when you see people saying that, oh, you have to don't the same people. This guy, Casey, for example, I'm not saying because I will not say that he's aware, but I believe that he's aware that most people from the Southwest was telling people don't protest, and they specifies they pick only Igbo, knowing fully well that the number one sponsor of the so-called protest land is not actually from Yoruba land, it is from the north. That's just the fact. Northerners politicians are the one behind the protest, and that's why it must happen. If this protest was being sponsored or planned by the Southwest, by now it would have been, bye-bye. Nobody would have, in fact, they would have not come out even yesterday. That's just the fact. Maybe they gathered yesterday, few people will gather somewhere in Lagos and others, and only one gunshot, everybody will go back home. But as long as it started from the north, is a very big problem for Tinubu. Reason is because Tinubu appointment focused more on the Southwest. He was trying, I don't blame him, because if I happen to be him, I would do the same thing. Reason because we have seen how Buhari did his own. Where I have problem with Tinubu is the way, he hold Masnamarikan and his belief on Biafran, and how he treats Igbo people, because he claimed that they did not vote for him in Lagos and all that. And that is the problem. But in terms of his ministerial appointment and focusing people, planting Yorubas in key posts and all that, what did Buhari did? Buhari own is even worse. He died in the seat, but he's not alive. Forget about this. That's I will tell you why. Some of us believe that it's a propaganda from Namadekano. The man is not alive. Imagine the president that just packed his luggage from Asarok, and now Tinubu is there. All this thing that's going on, nobody knows, no journalist, nobody have gone to interview him to ask him, Baba, you managed to control this. Tinubu said that your government caused this, caused that, caused that. No journalists have interviewed Buhari after he packed his luggage from Asarok, because the man is nowhere to be found. Do you understand? He's not there, and he's not going to come out to do anything. You can see Jonathan, a president before him, is talking, but the one that just left office is not saying anything. He should give you a concern. Now, the leaders from the Southwest, they are aware that Buhari is no more. They are aware. From get-go, they are aware, and Tinubu is aware. Northerners would have done worse than the protests against Tinubu. But the problem is that Tinubu knows everything about their brother's government. So Tinubu is just like, Now, now, I hired you, we help you, you finish your 8 years. It is my time, it is my turn. When the old man said that it's my turn, people who you are not there when they reach agreement and what has happened behind the scene, you'll be, oh, how can he say that? Don't blame him, because this has been the agreement and that is what they believe on. Now, let us move from that to other thing, because we may spend all our time saying the same thing, and some of you that if you are meant to understand what I'm saying, you understand it. If you are not, that's if I like, I will talk from now to heaven knows when. It's not going to yield any good fruit. But the only thing is that people that are meant to focus on what is going on, that are meant to understand what we are saying, we understand it whether you like it or not. Now, in Oduduwa land today, the hardship is hitting everybody. That does not mean that it's not hitting the Southeasterners. But the only difference between Southeast and Yorubas and North is because this. Igbos have been going through that for ages. In Igbo land today, for you to, if you buy a land, it is your duty to make sure you give yourself road entrance to your house. We don't even remember that it's like government. That's just, I'm telling you the honest truth. We don't. Okay, mention one problem that you have in the Easterners that are watching me. What is the problem that you have today that you say, we are waiting for local government chairman to hear this? Mention one. When they kidnap you, they nothing. When the armed robber comes to your place, nothing. You have to use your money to mobilize youth to preach to them. You will do that for yourself. When the job of Nigerian government and government in our region is when they see that you are doing more, they want to limit you. They will send police and army to checkmate on your security outfit to know how you are doing. That's all. And if they feel that you are doing more than you can, more than the expectation, they will do their normal thing, which is arrest and start questioning you, giving you instructions on what to do. That's when you have a contact at all. If you don't have a contact, it's bye-bye. So is it road? Is it electricity? Is it hospital? Nothing. You have to pay everything for yourself. You have to do everything by yourself. Today in Nigeria, not even today, it has been like that for a very long time. Every year, I was told in the north that government have a policy whereby they supply fertilizer to all the farmers in the north, free. But in the southeast, you will struggle to even see the market to buy fertilizer for you to convert. Most of us are using, if you go to poultry farm to take poo of chicken poo and cow poo, not cow, goat poo and all that, to do manure in your farmland. If you grow in village, if you are a village brought out, you know what I'm saying. If you're a village brought up, I mean, you know what I'm saying. If you grow up in village, you know what I'm saying. There's no fertilizer is like something that meant for big people, but in the north is for free. They will share the local government. How many of you receive palliative during the C19 in Southeast? Ask yourself. In the north, that was why people were not protesting in the Southeast about the one they gave to governors and the politicians. That's why politicians in the Southeast enjoy more than anybody. Now, some Yorubas understand this problem. They know, but the problem is that they are very, very few in numbers. Very, very few in numbers. We have a very good, kind people from Yoruba land. We cannot deny that. But there are many Afanjas, so many of them. Now, hear this young guy. It's not about age. Hear this guy. He's a Yoruba guy. Hear what he said here. Hear him. You understand what I'm saying? This guy is a very young guy, very vibrant. Now, listen. He knows what Femi, what is the name of this guy that Webeleface? What's the name of that guy? The one that said that he was very good. He's a friend to Mas Namanakano. That food lover. What is the name of that? Someone should remind him of his name. Look at.
Igbo people are not the problem of this country. Igbo people will be the problem we get for this country. I'm not talking. Go do your research now. Me and you know people where they torment us for this country. Me and you know
the music that you are hearing in the background is saying Free Mas Namodekan, Free Mas Namodekan. This is the singer. This Oduduwa guy is the one that released that album to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Does he look like a 40 years old man here or 30s? This guy should be in his late 20s at most. Unless you have a good body structure, but he looked like someone that is, 20s, 25, 24, 26 at most. To me, maybe he's more than that, but this is my own, my perception on when you looking at him, his body structure and everything. But hear what he said, something that Yoruba position can never ever think of, despite their life experience and their educational background and everything. Come down to the southeast, you see many people, none of our politicians will have the same mentality with this guy. Just listen.
Out of this country. Don't be the Igbo people.
Let me take it from the beginning.
Igbo people are not the problem of this country. Igbo people don't be the problem we will get for this country. Now me talk am. Go do your research now. Me and you know people where they torment us for this country. Me and you know the people where they supposed drive out of this country. Don't be the Igbo people. No, this is not a matter of chasing clouds or something. May not the reason. You suppose it could make person sit down, me reason. You feel talk for people ban a president, say, sir, the problem of this country. Or if you go meet him on, he say, sir, now you they disturb this country. Maybe not the reason now. People where they supposed drive out of this country, no be Igbo people. I see most of my brothers asking me that why am I singing for Nnamdi Kanu? Why am I supporting Igbo? I don't know. I just feel like it's the right thing to do. You understand? Igbo people don't be the problem. Maybe not they talk another thing. Divert your attention from up for Igbo side. They are not the problem we get for this country. They are not the one. I don't care anything when I want to talk. Maybe I talk. I don't sing the song. I don't sing it. I don't feel delete them, and I don't regret them. See this link. It's the song where they see down here. Now free Nnamdi Kanu by Yoruba boy. That's me. Go and stream the song. Make them free Nnamdi Kanu. Make everybody talk. Talk out of love. Igbo and Yoruba, we always need ourselves, whether I like it or not. One love. Stream the song by me, Nnamdi Kanu.
Did you hear what he said last? That Igbo and Yorubas, we always need ourselves. That is a gospel. We always need ourselves, but the problem is that Afonjas and Ifulef, these two set of people in our midst. These two is because one, Igbos love education, Yoruba love education. Igbos love civilization, Yorubas love civilization. Igbos are hardworking, Yorubas are hardworking. But when it comes to Afonjas, their focus is on how to bypass each other. How to bypass each other, how to drag. If Igbo man says something about, if one of Afonja from Igbo land says something about Yoruba, a flip from Igbo land says something about Yoruba, then Afonja from Yoruba we bring all the things, all the videos, and merge it together to counter, to tell you that look at also, because their mission is to recruit more Afonja from their midst, from their region, whereas. If you live from our place, after saying those things, they will still turn around and tell you, no, Biafra is dead. Don't forget about Biafra. But you are fighting the same people that make up Nigeria that you love so much. Does it make sense? No. Like you love one Nigeria, right? But somehow you hate Yorubas. So what kind of Nigeria do you think you are going to build without Yorubas? Since you hate them and you hate Fulani, so what kind of country you want to build? The same thing with the people from the southwest. Yeah, one Nigeria nobody will leave this country, but your number one problem is Igbos. So how can you build this one Nigerian and one Nigerian that you grow everything with the hatred you have on Igbos? You don't want Igbos to do anything because you build your mind and your brain to enslave others. So when Igbos are saying that we are marginalized, so you love that kind of statement so much, it gives you joy. And yet, you want to grow a very beautiful country that everybody will be proud of in their own language. Now, I hope you understand what I'm saying, because what this guy said here is actually what I want many people to, to see. You don't act as if you know what you don't know. Sometimes you need to be honest to yourself. Okay?
The zoo called Nigeria. Things can never be the same again in Nigeria is gone. The zoo called Nigeria is gone. It can never be the same again. It's everywhere. arms everywhere. It can never be the same. The thing the army has, now the people they have it as well. Is it not AK-47? Ordinary bullets? You have it, and we have it. Let us see who is going to give up. We outnumber you by over 100,000 to 1. Even if we sacrifice 10 lives for one of you, we will kill all of you. That is why I know that Biafra land is a death trap for the zoo. They can never get out of there alive. They will die in that place.
That is Prophet Mas Namodokan. And those things, did Nigerian government learn from that? No, they choose to use that to do propaganda. Oh, he have said, how dare he to say this? Why will he say that? Why will he say this? The issue of Biafran Nigerian Civil War, the reason why that war started in the first place is still here with us. And people who fought those war, who pilot the war from the angle of Nigeria, they are still, doing the same thing again. Nobody learned anything from what happened, and they are still pushing to get it done the way they did it before. But unfortunately, what happened before is not going to repeat itself again. So I promise that I will bring this video back. Okay, if you remember when I said that, I told us I will bring it back. Let us hear from me, because yesterday when I was streaming that, it was difficult for me to bring the screenshot. Of course, I have shared the screenshot on my community. Most of you have seen that as well, but let's hear him.
This warning is for those who call themselves South. Because as a Delta boy, I'm in South, and I have a lot of people from my area which are like Urobo.
Yeah, Femi Fanikayo, God bless you.
I want you to know this.
Thank you, John Uchenna. You are following the broadcast thoroughly. Femi Fanikayo, that was the man that I was trying to recall his name. Femi Fanikayo, thank you. FFK. Thank you for that.
Maybe you think that the tribal war that will soon happen in the name of Nigerian protest is just only between Igbos and Yorubas. Of course, why did I call it tribal war? Because emphatically, with evidence, we the Igbos have consistently said it, that we don't want to participate in this protest. We know how we do our things, and we have been speaking with one voice. But just few weeks ago, from Bayo Ononoga, from the government officials and to their elders, Yorubas has indirectly and directly said that Igbo they call for protest, when we know that the protest is coming from the north and from some of the Yorubas. So I can tell you that it's going to be lead to tribal war, and the government will not say anything because that's what they want, so that if you start tribal war, they can loot out the army and police and stop the protest in order not to thwart the government of the day. But I want to tell you this, in case you are from South, you still they hear my advice. Do not think it's only Igbos that will be attacked if anything happens. Read this post. Yes, now. Not because they don't know the other tribes in the south or in the southeast. They know. But this is how they see you. When fire starts, they won't stop you and start asking, are you Igbo or you're Urobo? Are you Igbo or you're Efik? No. The same thing with us. Let me give you an example. I've told people I've been to 774 local government. Every local government in Nigeria, I've visited them. Bauchi State alone has more than 50 ethnic groups in it. But not the Fulani Hausa people know. Bauchi has more Christians than Muslims. It will shock you that even some Fulanis in Bauchi are Christians. They have more than 50 ethnic groups in Bauchi, but nobody knows about them. Nobody talks about them. As far as you see Bauchi as a Muslim state, that's how they see Delta State as an Igbo state. That's how they see Biafra as an Igbo state. So when you are telling us, I am not Igbo, start dragging me. If you come south, I've said it in one of my videos last year, I'm repeating it again. You can start division, but now that you are in the north or you are in the west, this is how they see you. That's why I'm giving this warning. As Igbo people are going to protect their shops, they are not protecting, but they are going to protect their shops because of looting. You too don't go and feel like say, I'm in South, I go protest. they will deal with you the way they have prepared to do with Igbos. All of you are going and be investing in Lagos and be doing this. You know, say Igbo people know they hear word. Their own eye for words, so now the kokoro head. People, stop investing in Lagos. Go back home and invest. Akuruno initiative. I'm out of here, Joe.
Pure truth. It's not about it's not that we hate anybody, but for your own safety and for you not to lose your hard-earned money. So, my people, this is what I have to share with us this morning, and we have other news updates coming up. So, but for now, let's call it a day. Good morning to you, and see you again. Bye bye for now. And I relay. I think I have learned. I'm trying to learn your name since you don't want to teach me. So I'm learning it, and I will shock you. I'm learning your name. Adeni Relay, yeah, that's your name, Adeni Relay. So thank you for your comment and for the clarity. Say we call him for food. That guy is a disgrace. He does. We have many. Oko. Oh, good morning to you, Ikotoye. You are just joining? I'm about to close. So you are just joining. Okay. Although we are going to, I will be back. This time. Thank you guys, those of you that have made a comment. I really appreciate you. See you again, and good morning to you all. Bye bye for now. See you again. See, I'm running out. Yes, we have spent almost 1 hour here, my brother. And okay, this is 47 minutes. Okay, so 57 minutes, not 40, 57 minutes. We have been here for some time. I will come back. Just don't worry, I will be back. Okay, I'm not going far. I will be back very soon. Thank you.